Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Mr. Ali.
Here.
Mr. Carter.
Here.
Ms. James.
Here.
Ms. Keefe.
Here.
Mr. Lagori.
Here.
Dr. Patel.
Here.
Mr. Singh.
Here.
Ms. Toth.
Here.
And Mr. Wen.
Here.
We have a quorum.
Thank you. The New Jersey Open Public Meetings Law was enacted to ensure the right of the public to have advance notice of and to attend the meetings of public bodies at which any business affecting their interests is discussed or acted upon. In accordance with the Open Public Meetings Law, the public notice of this meeting, which included the time, date, and location, was distributed by 3 p.m. on Tuesday, November 26, 2024, and Wednesday, November 27, 2024, in the following manner. Posted on the bulletin board reserved for announcements in the board office, 25 Linwood Place, North Brunswick. Mailed to the Home News Tribune, Star Ledger, NJ.com, and the clerk of the Township of North Brunswick, and delivered to the 9 duly elected board members. Well, good evening, everyone. It's great to see a full house for our rainy June meeting. Hope everyone is doing well, and it's always a great evening. We always have a handful of presentations for our June meeting to wrap up another wonderful school year. So at this time, I'll turn it over to Superintendent Chiroka for one last time to open up our meeting.
Thank you and welcome everybody. It's great to see you all here. We will start off with our student recognitions. We'd like to invite Mr. Sean Morrell, our athletic director, to come up and start our athletic honors.
Okay, welcome everybody. Thank you very much. I'd like to thank the athletes, the families, and also the coaches for a tremendous spring season. All right. This year we had 21 student athletes who are signing to college, just to let everybody know. So that is the highest number of student athletes. So we've had great successes every season. And spring certainly was not short of individual and team success. So what I'd like to do is start by calling up some of the coaches, and then they'll present their athletes. First, I will start off. Coach Biolsi for boys volleyball was not present tonight, but we would like to recognize an all-white division honoree in Aiden Lucas. I don't know if Aiden is here. Aiden is the all-time kills leader at North Brunswick High School with over 500. He's the first student athlete to ever accomplish that goal. So congratulations to Aiden. Next up, I would like to recognize a couple of our softball players. Coach Tamarana was not able to be with us today, but I would like to call up all-white division nominee Gabriela Melendez. She's here. Gabriella, she batted .388 this season, is on the way to 100 hits. She's only a sophomore. Jordan Tarabokia. Jordan is the school's all-time strikeout leader with 707 strikeouts. That's an incredible number of strikeouts with 84 hits also, so congratulations. Like to turn it over to our tennis coach, Coach Mark Fitzpatrick.
We're here to recognize one of our players this year who was all blue division. He had a 9-2 record for us and had a 10-4 record, overall. So we're going to call up Pavan Patel.
Make sure on the stage.
Congratulations. Next up, our golf coach, Coach De Pasquale.
Evening, everybody. Yes, White Division for golf, highly competitive this year. We either won or lost by a stroke or two, but guys who made that closer were the two that I'm mentioning tonight. Out of the 42 players in the White Division for Middlesex County, Kevin Valise and Rohan Shaw made the top 10. He never liked me to share over too much information about stats, so I won't, but like I'll say, they came in the top 10. I couldn't be any prouder, and I'm going to miss these guys next year and wish them nothing but the best. All right, thank you.
Thank you, Coach. Next up, Coach Rosenberg for our baseball team.
Yeah, we had a very nice season this year with the boys. With the White Division this year, we had an honoree in the first team all-White Division. That was Willie Pena, sophomore for us. Had a very impressive season. Was one of the best third basemen in the county. Batted .424 and was up there in the lead in home runs, which hit 4. Which was right up there for the most in the county, and was excellent for us on defense and offense. He's here tonight just after playing and representing us in the Garden State All-Star Game, which is for some of the best underclassmen in the entire state. Willie's been a great player for us and has been very busy in the summer already representing and, looking to add on to his impressive resume. Willie Pena.
Boys lacrosse coach, Jason Andriatis.
All right, so for boys lacrosse, we had 3 all First Division, White Division selections. First was a freshman, Justin Valise. Second was a senior, Ryan Martin. Third was a senior, Justin Fryer Francis.
I'd like to introduce our girls lacrosse coach, Danielle Porzio, and as she's coming up, this is Coach Porzio's final season. She's been with North Brunswick for how long, Coach? 10 years or so? 12 years. Listen, I don't know the stats off the top of my head, but I know she has over 100-plus wins in her career, and she's going to be sorely missed. Our program turned around when she came on board 12 years ago. Just go to NJ.com, look at our record, and you'll see that every season she's had a winning season, multiple semifinals and GMCs and finals. So congratulations, Coach, and thank you.
Thank you. I want to turn the congratulations back to Sean because he was actually the GMC Athletic Director of the Year. So if we could just give him a round for that. We are lucky enough to have 4 student athletes being recognized tonight. One is Naomi Saipot, our goalie. Come on up, Nay. She was named to the first team All-Red Division. She has over 500 saves, and she is going to be continuing her career at Georgian Court next year. Our next athlete is Sammy Guadagnino. She was named to the first team All Red Division and first team All GMC. Even though she loves lacrosse, she is going to be swimming next year at Merrimack. Our next senior is Megan Keefe, who is up here doing her duties. She's a 2-year captain for us. She's in our midfield, and she was the first team All Red Division and first team All GMC. And our last senior is Melanie Contreras. Melanie, this was her first year playing on varsity, and she was actually took home a huge award. She was named the GMC Defender of the Year. So it was a huge honor for Melanie, her first year, nonetheless. She's going to be wrestling. Come here. You're not going to. She's going to be wrestling next year at Oklahoma State. So thank you all, and congratulations to all the other athletes tonight.
And finally, we have our track team. I'm going to introduce our head coach, and just to let everybody know, this is the greatest North Brunswick track team in the history of our school district, by far. Coach will tell you the accolades. I think we could say that their season was the greatest sports season in the history of our school district. So Coach Grimes himself was a 2-time Division Coach of the Year this year. He was a 2-time County Coach of the Year, and he was also named NewJersey.com State Coach of the Year. So that's all this season, by the way. I think we have 4 track athletes headed to college next year alone to continue their education. So Coach is going to call up the entire team, and then he'll tell you what their accolades are.
Yeah, move quickly, guys. I promise I'll be brief. Mr. Morrell said this was truly the greatest season in track history. I'm going to start with the girls real quick. This year we got our numbers back up to pre-COVID numbers, and it showed last year we only had 1 girl that was on at all conference. Tonight we have 4 of them up here. There's a couple missed, 5. You're all mixed up. Can the girls get together? I'm confused. They're smarter than this, I promise you. So for the girls, this one here is a freshman. Like I said, we came back with our stronger numbers. Freshman girls won the county title this year on the strength of this young lady who took 3 gold medals and was it silver? A silver there. This is Kyra Bichette. Remember her face. She's going to be dominant for 3 years. This is Aisha. We haven't met her before, but she had her breakthrough this year, so we're going to see her a whole lot more. She's the anchor of our school record 4x4 and the lead leg of the 4x1. You're going to see her a lot more. This is Kaya. Last weekend, she tied the now 10-year-old high jump school record, and she's widely considered one of the best returning combo jumpers. We're looking for her triple crown next year, so big things, right? So this is Yadi and Namira. It's hard to talk about them separately. They came in together as freshmen. They're heading out as seniors together. They have been the backbone of this girls' program for 4 years. When the times were leave, these were the 2 I counted on the most. And this year, they both broke through in major ways. Yadi won the sectional hurdle title this year. Amira is the strong leg of the 4x1 and the 4x4, and they're both taking their talents to the NCAA. Amira is going to Ryder, and Yadi is going to Felicia. So Mr. Moreau was talking about the greatest season. It's actually the boys that got a lot of the headlines this year. They won everything except for Group 4. They won division title, the county title, the state sectional title, and only what's considered the best public school team of all time was the only ones able to beat us at Group 4 this year, not next year. In there, we have Blake. He's a senior. He's something special to watch. And you watch him run the 400, it's something special to watch. Very special to watch. He's the school record holder in the 400 and heading down to North Carolina to run for Belmont Abbey next year in the NCAAs. Sorry, quick sidebar. The fastest girl on the team is Lee. So, but no, Kelly is a transfer here from the other Brunswick. We're not going to mention which one. It's just another Brunswick. She came to the right Brunswick, and her talents were immense. She's phenomenal. Still figuring out where she's going to be next year because she came to us late. But trust me, we're going to see her on the big stage in the NCAA next year. Next, we have a 9. He's probably the littlest high jumper you'll ever see. But believe it or not, with that stature, he goes 6'8". He's being heavily recruited throughout the nation. He's coming back tied for number 2 in the state. So big things for him next year. Next, we have Quincy Pearson. He's widely considered one of the 2 best triple jumpers in the entire state. Let me make sure I get it right because he'll tell me about it later. He's a GMC champion long jump and triple jump. He's also the sectional champion triple jump, and he'll be coming back ranked number 2 in the entire state. Next is Jair, another senior. He's a football guy going to UPenn, but he was the second leg on our 4x1 invaluable. He's battled many injuries, but he's been the linchpin. He's the captain. We call him the captain, and he's performed like such. This fine sophomore right here is Michael Perry. He's one of the best hurdlers in the state. Literally, as a sophomore, he was ranked number 3 in the state throughout the year, and his points are invaluable, so he probably will be the number 1 hurdler all year next year.Ez is one of the few combo hurdlers in the state. Very few people can run all 3 hurdle distances. He's one of the guys that does. He's also our bridge leg on our 4x4, so he's very invaluable, and we got him next year. We're looking for big things out of him. Well, I am. Back as a senior, he was one of the top triple jumpers, but a back injury sidelined him and really held him back most of the year. However, he fought like a dog to get back and gave us invaluable points in the championships like a real veteran did. So we're going to miss him. He's heading off to Ryder for Division I success. Tyler's been known for basketball his entire life, but he figured let's give track and field a try, and he won the Group 4 state title in high jump, the first time in school history, also at 6'8", so we're looking for amazing things out of him because he's only a sophomore. And then there's Kyle. Kyle, we have 3 pole vaulters on any given day can win the state title. Kyle's one of them. He won GMCs, just short of the school record for pole vault, but we have him for another year, so we're looking for big things out of him as well. There's a whole bunch of others I won't talk about right now because they're not here, but we have one in particular, Jamel. He's actually if access in school history, he's number 2 in county history. He's coming back. Who else? I can't remember everybody's coming back, but 85% of this team is coming back. So like I said, this year, Township of North beat us this year. Won't happen again.
Coach, you just slide in and get a picture here.
Well, we have half of you up there and then half down on this side.
Thank you. And we'd like to thank everyone's support, Board of Education. We thank you. It was only a handful of years ago where our track program did not have a pole vaulting team. We didn't have pole vault at all. All right, with the support of the Board of Education, they said, let's go and invest the time and the money in getting a pole vault. And we've come from never being competitive to winning county championships, sectional championships, and a group championship, having 3 boys who are now meet of champions for pole vault alone, all right, and also winning the GMC pole vault 2 years in a row, boys and girls, have won that. So thank you again for all the support, and we hope to see good things from our athletes.
Thank you, Coach Athletic Director Morrell, and we really appreciate everyone coming out tonight, supporting our sports teams and our athletes. Looking forward to continued great things from them, and for those who are moving along, great things for them when they go pursue their college careers. We will continue our student recognition tonight with our Buddy Ball senior volunteers. Madam President?
Sure. I'll head down with Mr. Wen. Okay. Is this thing on? I don't know if Coach Grimes is still in the room, but I'm a little offended because I decided to run track when I was in high school here. And obviously I know now why we were not the best track team at the time. It was definitely because I was on the team. I was known for dance. I said, let me give it a shot, but I'm so glad to hear the team is doing well. So now we'll take a moment and recognize our Buddy Ball program. Always a special night for the board, but also for me to recognize Mr. Wen. Mr. Wen is one of the most selfless people I know, that I've come to know over the last 5 years that I've been on the board working with him. He dedicates so much time to this program, so much dedication to not only our volunteers, but our children within the program. So it's always great to have him here to recognize our volunteers, but especially tonight being a special night with our senior volunteers who are moving on to college, different programs, the workforce, and we look forward to seeing what they will do in the future. So I will turn it over to Mr. Wen to talk a little bit about the program.
Thank you. It's very strange to talk from here. I'm not used to that during this meeting. But yeah, our Buddy Ball program has grown tremendously over the past 3 years. We currently we do 3 seasons a year, and we have about 100 people or so on the field at any given week. We have about 30 or 40 players who have special needs, and then we have another 40 to 50 volunteers each week that it's really just an amazing, exciting time watching all these people interact on the field, on the courts, having a great time. And our program really could not be successful without the hard work and dedication of our volunteers, our student volunteers. We have volunteers starting from middle school all the way through high school. And for our seniors, we have 11 that we're honoring tonight. They have really given so much to our program. They have dedicated so much time, week in, week out. Some may volunteer for 1 season, some volunteer for many seasons over the past 4 years of their career. And so this is just a chance for us to thank them and really appreciate them for what they have done for our program. So I'll call you guys up, or if you guys want to just come up, and then I'll recognize you. All right, so first I have Hannah El Sayed. Come on up. Swag bag from Buddy Ball.
Yeah. So we'll call it by name. Swag. Yes.
All right, next one is Arnav Mohanty. All right, Dominic Lin. Ansh Patel. Joshua Wen. Hopefully not to embarrass him, but Joshua, because, obviously he's my son, he was forced to go with me early every week to set up, so he really just every Saturday morning, hey Josh, come on, we gotta go, and he's like, oh please Dad. But I really do appreciate his willingness to get up and go with me, carrying stuff to the field and setting up. So thank you, John. So is Keyshawn. Rish Patel. I don't know if he's here. Maithri oh my goodness, I'm terrible. Maithri Velakupudi. Ishka Pandia. Rayon Rain. Thank you guys so much. Come up for a picture.
And at this time, I'll read the proclamation while we're getting set up here on the stage for you all. This will be in our official board minutes. So be it resolved by the Board of Education that the following resolution be approved. Whereas the Board of Education recognizes the efforts of our student volunteers in building a better community and a better sense of one's own well-being. And whereas the Board of Education recognizes that our student volunteers have shown they truly care and share generosity of themselves. And whereas Buddy Ball is a soccer and basketball sports program which pairs up players with special needs with volunteers. The volunteers provide the players with the opportunity to learn and play soccer and basketball in a positive and meaningfully way. And now therefore be it resolved by this public acclaim be given to these student volunteers for volunteering in the North Brunswick Township Buddy Ball program. Be it further resolved that this group of students shall be recognized appropriately, that a copy of this resolution be spread in the permanent minutes of this board. Congratulations.
Madam President, do you want to stay there and do that next one?
Haley, can I just one more thing?
Absolutely.
Being that this is Superintendent Shiroka's last meeting with us, we just wanted to thank you from Buddy Ball just for your hard work in supporting our program,
Thank you.
allowing us to grow, and having the space to grow.
You're welcome. Thank you so much. And our next honoring will be for our student representatives, Mia Montero and
Come up.
Megan Keefe. So years ago, actually, when Dr. Zakowski was here, we actually added student representatives to our board way before the state required that boards of education have student reps. And we have this long history of student reps and have had many years of wonderful student representatives from our high school. They're members of our student government who come and they're regularly here for each meeting. And we get to know them over the year. And it's just been a delight to have the two of you here as our representatives for the 24-25 school year. And we're excited that Megan is moving on to college next year, but we'll miss her. And Mia, I believe you're going to be joining us again next year. So,
Yes. So I just wrote something up really quickly. I wanted to, we as a board wanted to take a moment to recognize and thank the two of you, Megan and Mia. It's truly been a pleasure to have you both up there with us over the past year. So Megan, your thoughtful insights and calm, confident voice, also adding fun twists as well, have added so much to our meetings. And I mentioned this at Senior Awards Night, but it was wonderful to see you and Mom on the dais together this year. This is a memory that you both will look back on and share many years to come. So Carl, thank you for sharing us with her this year. And we wish you all the best as you head off to Ohio this fall. And Mia, we're thrilled to have you back next year, as Mrs. Soroka said, as SGO president. Let's give her a round of applause. Very exciting. And Mia, you're also able to share this experience with a family member of yours, as her brother was our student rep 2 years ago, Gerard. So your leadership and commitment are already shining through for your volunteerism, your leadership, and we really look forward to continuing working with you on the dais. So thank you both so much. Now, Megan received her plaque at Senior Awards Night, so Mia, this is for you. And we'll see you next year. Thank you, girls, very much.
And I believe next on our dance card for this evening are the retirees of North Brunswick Township Schools for the 24-25 school year. And I am excited to introduce our Assistant Superintendent, Mrs. Amy Kita, who will walk us through our retirees. It's a great class of retirees.
Thank you so much. It's a pleasure to be here to honor our retirees this year. One of the first slides that I like to share, it really, again, and it's really just such a testament to the service to our community, to our school district. Even though they can't all be here tonight, the total years of district service from this year's retirees is 460 years and 3 months, I did calculate. And really just a round of applause for all of our retirees this year. This is astounding service to our district. So at this time, I would like to call up the administrative staff who are here this evening to help me present to each retiree their award, their plaque. Although they could not be here tonight, we would like to recognize several of our district retirees, our nursing supervisor, Mary Ellen Engel, one of our longtime maintenance people, Dean Perdun, bus aide Laura Sanders, and Craig Scalaris, one of our computer technicians. Of course, we're sorry they couldn't join us tonight, but we really are just very happy for them in their retirement and proud of all their service to our district. We do have 2 central office secretaries who are retiring as of August 1st. Although unfortunately Sandy Pedersen, our secretary for our Director of Curriculum Instruction, could not be here this evening, and we wish her well with almost 25 years of service. Also with almost 25 years of service to this district, here tonight with us is Deborah Hall-Best. Deborah has most recently served in our registration office and is so helpful with all of our families who come to register to the district. You will be greatly missed, Deborah. Congratulations and much success and luck in your retirement, and enjoy every bit of it. And we're going to have all the retirees at the end line up here, so And we will segue to the high school. We have both of our high school retirees here tonight. Barbara Shine, one of our teachers of students with disabilities, retiring after almost 27 years of service, as well as our longtime school nurse, Anna Toupé, with almost 20 years of service. From our middle school, we do have several retirees. I do know with us tonight is Linda Knopf, longtime House Center Secretary with almost 36 years of service to this district. Also Nancy Yauk, a social studies teacher with almost 28 years of service. If they could come up here. And we would like to recognize Ed Fernandez, a social worker that was with us for 20 years, and Hinda Weinberger, a longtime math teacher with us. From Linwood, we have 4 retirees this evening, 3 of which are here with us tonight. Though we would like to recognize Ms. Lauren Shepard, who's a longtime teacher at Judd, and more recently, when we did the conversion, the split into the Linwood 5-6 school, was a social studies teacher with us for 21 years. We have Kathy Daly here tonight. She's here. I thought her. Come on up, Kathy. Teacher of student with disabilities for almost 26 years. Miss Donna Martin, I know she's here, longtime instructional aide with the district for over 25 years. And also Ramona Talbert, who started at Parsons and came over in the split as a social studies teacher for us at Linwood with over 26 years of service. I would like to just give a little special shout out to Ramona Talbert. She was the first teacher here that I substituted for way long ago. And honestly, like I kept subbing for her, and I really was just impressed with her classroom and inspired to be a teacher. I stayed, but I just thought that was so nice to see you here. I'm so glad you came back for this tonight. Thank you. From Parsons, we have 3 retirees this evening. I believe Marilyn is here. There she is. Come on up, Marilyn. We're preschool teachers, but we also would like to recognize Ann Quinn, elementary teacher at Parsons for 26 years, and Anna Parangi, building aide for almost 19 years. Livingston Park, we have Doreen Campbell, one from Livingston Park. Doreen has been an academic support teacher for us and has been with us for over 24 years. Congratulations. Although he could not be here this evening, we do have a retiree from Judd, a longstanding custodian for over 12 years, Richard Satularo, so we congratulate him as well. At this time, I would like to call up our lone principal retiring this year, Mrs. Ann Kingsley from John Adams. I'd like to invite Superintendent Shiroka up here to say a few words for our principal retiring this year.
Mrs. Kingsley. I will keep it very simple, but it's going to be hard to see you go. I know your staff will be truly heartbroken that you were leaving, but you have left a legacy at John Adams. You were also here at Linwood as an administrator for several years during COVID, and your quiet strength and love of children just really shines in everything that you do, and you have really truly left a great legacy at John Adams.
Of course. Here, switch over a little bit. Here. Look here, look here.
We do have one last retiree. At this time, I would like to call up our Madam President, Ms. Toth. Our Superintendent, Janet Shiroka, will be retiring this month after over 11 years of service, over 30 years in education, and I know that President Toth would like to say a few words.
Okay, so on behalf of the entire board, I wanted to acknowledge Mrs. Shiroka. So tonight we recognize and extend our heartfelt gratitude to Janet, who is retiring after nearly 12 years of dedicated service to the North Brunswick Township school community, the last 4 of which she served as our superintendent of schools. Janet has led with determination, compassion, and an unwavering commitment to students, staff, and the broader school community. Her leadership has guided us through both triumphs and challenges. Triumphs, might I add, getting us the referendum passed before of many needed projects, and challenges, always a clear focus on academic excellence and the well-being of every child. For those of you who don't know, Janet served as Livingston Park Elementary School's principal for 4 years, and the district's director of curriculum instruction and technology also for 4 years. She has dedicated her professional and her personal life to public education for over 30 years, and we're lucky to have had her for the last 12 of them. As she embarks on this well-deserved next chapter, we thank Janet for her extraordinary contributions and lasting impact. So on behalf of the entire board and the district, Janet, we wish you nothing but happiness, health, great memories to be made with her husband Mark, her son Robbie, and new daughter-in-law Colby, Jack, her younger son, and her fur babies, Biscuit and Leah, relaxing yet challenging yoga sessions, and sunny summers, and many continued successes in her retirement. So congratulations. Can we have the entire board come down for a picture with Janet, please? And Rosa, too? Yes. Please. Oh, we have girls here that will stand for you. You want us up or down?
I think probably
Good? Please, you get in front. Come on, please. Yeah.
I can see. Or probably telling you like.
It's okay. Good? Yes. Come on in. Come in the front. Come in the front. Yes. Thank you.
Now our retirees, come on over. Retirees. And for our retirees who are here this evening, it seriously has been such a pleasure. We know some of you retired mid-year, so thank you so much for coming back. And those of you retiring in a few days, congratulations. I wish you all the best of luck. It's been such a pleasure working with you and having you serve here in our district. We'll have the administrator.
Everybody show your awards to us. There we go. All right, everybody up here on 3. 1, 2, 3. There you go.
We need a copy of that.
Awesome. Everybody, for these guys now on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Thank you again, everyone. Congratulations.
I don't know, I think I'm most excited about this volleyball flag.
Say hello to my neighbor. Thank you. Thank you so much. And my former student.
Oh, no.
Thank you so much. And thank you.
Congratulations.
You don't want to stop the party. You want to go out in the hall?
I was paying attention.
Going to my or not.
Please smile next time.
Oh my God, He's taking selfies. Yes, he is.
All right. We're going to continue our meeting in just a moment. We have a couple of business matters to get to before we wrap up for the evening. Good? Yeah, I think so. Okay. So at this time, we will jump to item number 6 on our agenda. It's a public, I'm just going to give everyone another minute. I don't want to do all that. All right. So at this time, we will jump to item 6. We will have a public hearing on policy and regulation 2361, acceptable use of computer network / computer and resources. At this time, if anyone from the general public would like to speak on that specifically, we ask at this time that you come up to the podium, just state your name, and you'll be given 3 minutes. All right, seeing none, can I have a motion to close this public hearing?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? This session is closed.
Thank you. Ms. Keefe, would you please take item 8, our meeting minutes?
Yes, Madam President. I would like to make a motion to approve the following board minutes. Conference public meeting, May 7th, 2025. Regular public meeting, May 28th, 2025. And executive meeting, May 28th, 2025.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Is anyone opposed? Then all the meetings are accepted.
Thank you. Do we have any communications?
We do not.
All right, we will jump over to your administrative report then.
Thank you. Well, good evening again to all of our families, guests, and viewers here tonight. As we wrap up the 24-25 school year, I would like to thank the North Brunswick students, staff, parents, and community for all of their support of our schools. The support of our boards of education, administration, and staff for improving student achievement has been clear since I began here in North Brunswick 12 school years ago. I am very pleased to announce that we are truly starting to see the fruits of our concerted, systematically planned efforts come to fruition. This includes a multi-year rollout of the MTSS, or Multi-Tiered Systems of Support Program, throughout the district, a strong focus on school culture and social and emotional learning, a focus on building walkthroughs to support instruction, a focus on improving attendance, and a focus on planning a rollout of new reading and math programs in next year's budget. This past Monday, Dr. Johnson, our Director of Curriculum and Instruction, and I met with staff from our county superintendent's office to review our district improvement plan in the area of instruction and program that came out of our CUSAC review. And I have very positive news, this is truly breaking news, to share that preliminary indicators show that we should be assigned a score of 80% or greater in the area of instruction and program in CUSAC, making us a fully highly qualified district in all 4 areas following the review of our data. A formal letter should soon follow from the NJDOE. So I wanted to share that news with all of you here as I begin to retire, and just really proud of all the work that we've done. So tomorrow and Friday are both early closing days for our students, and Friday is the last day of the 24-25 school year. Graduation is at 10 a.m. on Monday, June 23rd at the Jersey Mike's Arena. And I would like to take this opportunity to thank the entire community for allowing me the honor to serve as a superintendent these past 4 years. We have worked collaboratively to move the district forward, and I look forward to watching the continued progress over the next few years. That is all for my administrative report. Held it together till the very end.
Thank you, Superintendent Shiroka. We'll move to our student reports. One last time.
First off, I just want to say thank you to Mrs. Shiroka for this year. We truly had a great time, and it was just great to be on the board with you. And I'm sure Mia is pretty sad not to be here with you next year.
And then to start off our report, at the last SGO meeting of the year, SGO presented Raiders home plate with a check for a whopping $5,000 from our fundraising efforts this year. So this is going straight to students in our school, which made it a lot easier to fundraise for. And yeah, and also thank you, Ms. Choka, as Megan said, I fully agree.
Then I will be talking about the senior event. So on May 30th, we held our senior prom at the Hilton in East Brunswick. It was a great time, and over 400 kids attended the event. There was really good food, good DJ, and it was just a lot of fun. And then on June 11th, we had our last senior event of the year before graduation, and it was a barbecue or cookout with over 200 kids. There was Chartwell's food, there was a bunch of chips, and there was an ice cream truck that you actually got to walk into, and there was it was like a whole sundae bar. Like, it wasn't like a Mr. Softy type of ice cream. Like, it was a whole sundae bar. You got to pick your topping. Never seen before, but I loved it, I'm not going to lie. And it was just a lot of fun to see everybody come together at the very end of the year. That's all.
Excellent. We'll have to tap on Miss Wright and Miss Panera. Where was our invite to the the ice cream truck? Very good, girls. Thank you so much. Thanks for everything this year. We'll move to our committee reports. We'll start with business operations. How about Mr. Carter?
Thank you, Madam President. The Business Operations Committee met on Wednesday, June 11th. On the agenda this evening, you will find the following items. Related to 2024-25 finance, items 3H related to the purchase of Yonder pouches, roof repairs at MBTMS in finance section 3K, work on the walk-in freezer at MBTHS in finance section 3J, replacement of a sewer line at Parsons in finance section 3L. Related to 2025-26, an item to authorize the interim superintendent and our business administrator to make necessary transfers to pay outstanding bills in finance section 3A, appointment of professional services vendors in finance section 4V, year-end motions to transfer reserves in finance sections 3B, C, and D, and painting of the ceiling in the gym at MBTHS in finance sections 400. We also received status updates on projects ending at the end of June, which were previously approved, including renovations to the bathrooms in the Commons at MBTHS, MRC cubicle installations, and main and auxiliary gym floor repairs. Additionally, paving projects at Livingston Park, Parsons Courtyard, and concrete repairs, and district-wide HVAC control upgrades are also ongoing. Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you. Human Resources, Dr. Patel?
Thank you, Madam President. The Human Resources Relations Committee met on Wednesday, June 11th to discuss various personnel topics. For those on tonight's agenda who are either retiring or resigning, the board thanks them for their service and wishes them well. We also are excited to have been able to recognize our retirees at tonight's meeting. There are several new staff hires for the 2025-2026 school year on tonight's agenda. We welcome all those new members to our district, and we look forward to having you work with us here in North Brunswick. We also discussed several reassignments which are also on tonight's agenda, and we are looking forward to our staff taking on these new roles. We're especially looking forward to having Livingston Park's Director of Elementary Instruction, Miss Lauren Finnegan, take on the role of acting principal of John Adams. As of our committee meeting, any remaining vacancies for the 2025-2026 school year continue to be in the interview stages and will be posted until they're filled. All of our current openings can be found on our district website, social media pages, and posted in each of our buildings. For any teaching positions, alternate route and traditional route, candidates are both encouraged to apply. The committee reviewed annual motions such as the 2025-2026 school year coaches for the high school and middle school, annual appointments of district and school staff specialists and liaisons, as well as updated annual district rates for substitute staff for the new school year. Lastly, we discussed an updated description for the district's employee support services coordinator position. And that concludes my report.
Thank you. Congratulations, and thanks for being here. Would you like to come up to the podium?
To thank the board and Mrs. Chiroka and Mrs. Kita and Dr. Z back there for this opportunity. It's an honor to become the acting principal of John Adams Elementary School. As many of you know, I was a teacher to begin with at Parsons Elementary School. I began my administrative career as an instructional dean at Judd, and for the last 7 years I've been working as a director at Livingston Park. I worked really hard to build relationships there with my students and the staff and the families. It's been an amazing experience for which I'm truly grateful. In fact, it's been really hard to I'm sure Ms. Taroka is feeling very similar, and Campbell back there as well, to say goodbye in such a way. In fact, in speaking with the staff there, a staff person just said a really nice quote from Winnie the Pooh. How lucky I am to have something that makes saying goodbye so hard. I think that might sum up a lot of feelings that we're having here, but it is a great honor to be moving over to John Adams. As you know, I am a graduate of North Brunswick, as many of us are here. But I'm not sure that you know I'm also a graduate of North Brunswick and John Adams Elementary School. So it is amazing to be going back into that school. I am a class of 87. It was amazing to meet with Anne, who is an amazing person and a lovely and gracious person to be turning over the key to me, and walking through those hallways. It's amazing to find my kindergarten classroom and my first grade classroom. So I'm just really looking forward to, again, building new relationships and getting to know the staff and the students and the families, and working there as well. So thank you all.
Thank you. Great. Well, we're very lucky to have you there. Thank you. At this time, we will finish up with our last committee report. Mr. Ali for education.
Thank you, Madam President. So the Education Committee met on Wednesday, June 11th at 6 p.m. So in areas of assessments and grants, we are hiring a new individual to fill the Title IV Fitness and Wellness Coordinator position. And through our focus grant, we will be implementing the Science of Reading and New Jersey tiered system of support within our K-3 students, and we will also be providing some professional development to use some of these funds for that and to help offset some of our costs for universal screener. We'll be modifying a few grants to help offset the cost of some of our software license and professional development membership fees. We are bringing in a program, a social emotional learning program called Empower You to our middle school students, and that's provided through free of charge from Rutgers UBHC, which is University Behavioral Healthcare. It's a program to provide personal growth and social development to the middle school students. And some good news, we have a total of 86 students whose portfolio appeals, which is the alternate graduation route, were approved, and we're in the process of, getting one more. So in total, we should have 87. Fingers crossed. In the area of curriculum and technology, we have finished our New Jersey CUSAC review, as Ms. Soroka talked about earlier. So that's good. We're out of that. And for our geometry and construction, which is our program in the high school, you can think about it like a little bit of mix of wood shop and math and science or STEM. And, they have been able to build 3 different sheds, which we're going to be using to help store some of our athletic equipment. So that's really great. 1 playhouse or a door house, which was sold to a lucky staff member. And one of our larger sheds will remain in the work area for storage of the equipment. So it's not, doesn't look funky out there. District staff have also been meeting to plan to address various academic challenges in ELA and math for students. So we hope that this helps the transition throughout the grade level, and students are ready to get met where they're at, and vice versa. Parents of K-4 students should have received their student summer reading list and activities. If you haven't checked your email, it's also on the website, but you should be in your parents' square. Additionally, we will be transitioning to bilingual instruction for our 4th graders at Parsons for this upcoming 25-26 school year. A letter to parents has also been out. And lastly, our district hosted a week full of Juneteenth events to educate students and staff about the holiday and to commemorate American Second Independence Day. Just a little tidbit, Juneteenth, or Freedom Day, is the oldest commemoration of the ending of chattel slavery in the United States. So on June 19, 1865, Union soldiers led by Major General Gordon Granger arrived in Galveston, Texas, with news that the war has ended and all the slaves were free. And we have a club, the Black Cultural Alliance. They're having a block party at Babbage Park Friday, June 20th, between 3 and 7 p.m. And in the area of people and personnel services, we have roughly 400 students for our extended school year services, which are special education and related services for students with a disability in grades pre-K up to 21-year-old. We passed our New Jersey Department of Health annual immunization review, which is amazing, and we have completed our comprehensive nurses service plan for the 24-25 school year, detailing great work that our nurses have done over the past year. You know, that's just talking about how many students they've seen, how many cases, etc. Additionally, we know that there's been, you know, some talks about possible music teacher changes at Linwood and Judd. However, there has been no final decision, so nothing's happening with that. So just stay on the stay on the look. And there's coming up, you know, August 7th. That's a Thursday. That's going to be our Summer Academy and Summer Institute Showcase. So check that out to see what's going on. And lastly, we will be moving forward with Yonder Pouches, as Mr. Roker mentioned earlier. You know, we've been investing and saving. So this is going to be a full rollout at the high school for 25-26 school year. So that's going to be great. We hope to see a lot of improvements within the academics. And that's all for the Education Committee report.
Thank you. At this time, Mr. Liguori is our liaison for the Township Council as well as New Jersey School Boards and Middlesex County School Boards. So I'll turn to him for an update.
Thank you, Madam President. Just one quick update in both areas. For New Jersey School Boards Association, their annual workshop is being held in October 20th to 23rd. We've booked rooms, and thank goodness we have, because they're selling out at a rapid rate for this early in the season. And just from the mayor and council, I just wanted to give a shout out to North Brunswick's newest councilman, Al Rich. Al is a member of our staff at the high school. He was appointed to a term, and he won his primary, and now he'll be running in the general election to fill the rest of the term from his predecessor. So congrats to Al.
Thank you, Mr. Liguori. Ms. Keefe, do we have any updates on negotiations before the summer?
None at this time, Madam President.
Thank you. All right. Mr. Carter, would you please take item 11 on our agenda?
Yes, Madam President. I'd like to make a motion to approve the administrative, student, and committee reports.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Is anyone opposed? All the reports were accepted.
Thank you. At this time, we will review our lengthy agenda. Luckily, the board has, like I had mentioned at the beginning of the meeting, received the agenda prior to this evening's meeting. Any changes are listed in bold as we have the chance to review the agenda a couple of days in advance. So we'll start with page 5 and 6. Pages 7 and 8. Page 9. Page 10 and 11. (12) and 13. Pages 14 and 15. 16 and 17. 18 and 19. Pages 20 and 21. 22 and 23. 24 and 25. 26, 27. Pages 28 and 29. 30 and 31. Pages 32 and 33. 34 and 35. 36 and 37. Pages 38 and 39. 40, 41. 42 and 43. And pages 44, 45, and wrapping up on page 46. So at this time, we will have a public session on agenda items only. If anyone from the public would like to address the board and speak to any of the agenda items, this is now the time. We ask that you just state your name and you'll be given 3 minutes. Seeing none, can I please have a motion to close the public portion of the meeting?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? This session is closed.
Thank you. Mr. Wen, would you please take item 15?
I'm trying to find it. Page 5.
Sorry.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the following consent agenda items. Personnel 1 and 2, curriculum 1 and 2, miscellaneous, finance items 1 through 4, and transportation.
Second.
I'm sorry, second.
Ms. James.
Thank you.
I didn't even hear you.
All right, roll call here. Mr. Ali?
Yes.
Mr. Carter?
Yes.
Ms. James?
Yes.
Ms. Keefe?
Yes.
Mr. Legori?
Yes.
Dr. Patel?
Yes.
Mr. Singh?
Yes.
Ms. Toth?
Yes.
And Mr. Wen?
Yes.
All the resolutions and motions are approved and accepted.
Thank you. All right, at this time, we will flip to the last page of our agenda, page 46, item 16. At this time, we'll have a public session on any matter. If anyone from the public would like to address the board on any matter, we ask that you come up to the podium. Just state your name and you'll be given 3 minutes.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Beth Pasner. I'm the president of the North Brunswick Township Education Association. I'm happy to say that we have reached another June meeting and the end of our school year. And what a school year it has been. It really is hard to believe that we started August at impasse and were able to successfully settle our contract just before the year started. And we were able to avoid disruption to the district. And so I commend us all for that. Together, we also were able to pass a much-needed referendum, and we look forward to the upcoming repairs and the improvements to our buildings. As always, we also had just a great school year educating our students, helping them learn, helping them grow. I do want to congratulate all of our retirees tonight. They've had a long and successful career, touching the lives of countless North Brunswick students. Retirement is a huge milestone. I hope it brings them all the peace, adventure, and rest that they deserve. Of course, I would be remiss if I did not speak about one retiree in particular, Mrs. Janet Shiroka, Superintendent of Schools. I've had the pleasure of working closely with Janet for the past 4 years, and while the relationship between the superintendent and the union president can be adversarial at times, our relationship has always contained a mutual respect for each other and the roles that we hold. We maintained open communication and dialogue throughout your entire 4 years as superintendent, and I thank you for that. It is also, no secret that the majority of our staff are women, and I think it's very important for our staff to see a strong and confident woman at the helm of leading our district. And being in a woman in leadership position myself, I understand the higher level of scrutiny that's held over us, and I do commend you for the hard work, dedication to the district, and I truly wish you the best in your retirement. For everyone else, I wish our 12-month staff a peaceful work environment. I wish our ESY and Summer Institute staff rewarding summer classes. To everybody, I wish a wonderful summer, and take care.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Anyone else? All right, seeing none, can I please have a motion to close the public portion of the meeting?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Is anyone opposed? This session is closed.
Thank you. And at this time, we will adjourn our meeting. So can we please have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Is anyone opposed? We are adjourned.
Thank you.
Of course. Thank you.